It grabbed me. You think you gonna leave me? You think you gonna leave? Who the fuck you think you touching? Who the fuck you think you touching? Who the fuck you think you touching? Cause you ain't touching me. Woo! I ain't never yanked so hard in my life. I think I got a goddamn migraine. Okay, I said don't you ever touch me. Don't you ever touch me. Y'all went off. I saw red. Fuck red. I saw every color in the rainbow. Happy holidays, ho ho hoes, hello hoes, Merry Christmas. Welcome to another edition of 12 Days of Christmas. We are going to be discussing dating men with mommy issues, okay? Now, I've actually discussed this a couple times on my D Mafia Speaks segment, okay? So many people put emphasis on daddy issues, especially with women, okay? Oh, you got daddy issues. Why don't you go find your daddy? No. We need to talk about daddy issues, and we want to talk about daddy issues like now, okay? Today, because dating men or dating people who have daddy issues is crazy, right? But dating people with mommy issues, unmatched. Crazy, out of this world. It's nuts, I tell you. It's a jungle out there. But when you find somebody that has like legitimate instability with their parents, it's insane. But when you find somebody that has legitimate instability with their mother, it's a whole nother story. So comment down below, have you ever dated someone that had legitimate mommy issues? What happened? I'd love to hear your stories down below. So if you ever were subscribed to my main channel and you saw my Jamaican story time, yes, when I talked about when I dated a Jamaican, not even, a couple of Jamaican men, because I think I had like 3 stories in that video. Comment down below. Damn it. Comment down below, because I literally had one of the boys that I'm going to be talking about in this video in that. I'm going to retell a little bit of that story in this video, and I'm also going to be telling 2 other stories in this video as well. So it's going to be literally 3 short stories in one, and it's going to be more so a cautionary tale, okay? Because I don't want to be one of those people that's telling y'all like, oh, don't date people if they don't got a mother, or if they never had a mother and they like don't date them, because that's not what I'm trying to say. But I'm saying be careful, because people like to have this whole idea of, oh, I could do it all by myself. They don't need a mommy, they don't need a daddy. Yes, the fuck they do. It takes 2 to tango, and it takes 2 to raise them. Okay, I don't know why these people keep trying to perpetuate this nonsense. Okay, so I have my Grand Marnier. We don't drink cheap shit unless it's cheap wine. I love me some cheap wine, but when it comes to alcohol, I don't drink cheap shit, okay? I love Grand Marnier. It's actually one of my favorite alcohols. Comment down below, what is your favorite alcohol? If you are underage, grab your apple juice, okay? Grab your tea, grab your snack jar, everything else you need, because it's gonna get a little bumpy, all right? And of course, comment down below, what are you doing for the holidays? You staying home? You gonna meet with family? You gonna be with bae? I'd love to know, because my family is fucking up my vibe. But anyways, let me not talk shit, because they're probably gonna see this and then they gonna start talking shit, and then I'm gonna have to be the Capricorn that I am. By the way, my birthday's January 5th. If you want to send a gift, you know, PO box down below. No pressure. So, daddy issues, like I said, is nothing compared to mommy issues. So we're gonna be talking about men that I've dated with mommy issues. The first time I encountered a boy with mommy issues was, I will say, middle school into high school. And we're gonna call this boy Malcolm. Now, I will say Malcolm had to be one of the sweetest boys I ever met in my life, okay? I met him on MySpace, okay? And like literally, you know, he slid into my inbox or whatever. I think that's what they called it on MySpace, right? And like everything was going well. Like he used to like literally meet up with me, take the little bus or whatever, come meet me up. I think he lived in like Irvington or East Orange. It was one of those areas. I always lived in Elizabeth, by the way. Or it could have been East Orange, to be honest. I think he lived in East Orange. But nonetheless, he would always take the bus to come see me. He had a nice little puppy romance, okay? And everything was great. But I realized that Malcolm had a really, really bad anger problem that was just very, very like uncontainable, right? Like he would lash out on me for absolutely no reason, and I could never understand why. Like, and it would be for little things. Like we would be having a conversation and I would be like, yo, I really love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And he would be like, yeah, you know, they're all right, but you know, tuna sandwich is better. And I'd be like, well, I don't really think that's comparable. Well, I said tuna sandwiches is better. Relax. Okay, tuna sandwiches is better, bruh. I got you. Like, it would be little shit like that. Like every other day, we in a problem. And the thing is, we have to remember, as I told y'all on this channel, I have like neglect issues. I was also used to seeing like my parents argue a lot because my dad was doing his shit. So I was kind of used to people yelling in relationships. But at the same time, in the back of my head, I knew that that wasn't normal. So I was kind of conflicted. I was like, okay, are people supposed to yell at each other in relationships like this? Like, are men supposed to yell at women like this? So I was kind of like, oh, okay, this is normal, wait, is he supposed to be talking to me like that? But I was also a hothead. So I did let it slide for the first couple times, but then eventually I was like, all right, what we not gonna do is yell at me for no reason. Because one thing a lot of people don't know about me is I'm pretty sensitive, okay? I'm a sensitive bitch, okay? I'm very, very like asshole-ish, but I'm pretty sensitive. Like, I don't like that. Like, why are you yelling at me? But you know, of course, he would always immediately apologize. And I would just be like, okay, like, you know, whatever, water under the bridge. So of course, over time, he would open up to me and he would be like, oh, you know, I only have my dad. My mother walked out on me when I was a child, whatever. And this is the thing. There's a difference between someone's mother dying and someone's mother walking out on them. So please keep that in mind for the rest of this video, okay? Now, if someone's mother like passes away, it's a little bit different. I feel like most people, like when they go through the stages of grief properly, they're able to cope with that a lot better than like their mother legitimately abandoning them. Same thing with their father, right? Like if your father walks out on you, it's completely different from your father dying, or you like not knowing your father at all, or like you knowing that your mother never told your father about your existence. Like it's completely different. It really depends on how your parent was or wasn't there. You feel me? So when he told me his mother walked out on him, something in my spirit was like, Yvana, leave that boy alone. Leave that boy, Yvana, I'm talking to you. Leave that boy alone. But of course, Yvana didn't listen, okay? I was mad, y'all. I was like, what, 13, something like that, 14. I was like, oh, wow, that's really sad. And then he would just trauma dump on me all the time. But I thought that was normal because I'm like, you know, like I'm your little girlfriend or whatever the fuck. I don't even know if we were officially dating. I can't even tell y'all. I don't know if it was a really long talking stage or if we were officially dating, okay? But nonetheless, he would always sit there and tell me about his mother leaving him, you know? And I used to feel really bad. But then like shit just got real toxic, and I felt like every little issue we had, he would blame it on me and his mother abandoning him. Like it would just be like, it would be little shit. Like say I would be like, oh, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, right? And then say I would forget because I had shit to do. As everybody knows, okay, if you know me personally, I've mentioned it numerous times on both this channel, my main channel, and even my Haitian channel. I was a busybody, okay? From middle school to high school, but especially high school, I was very involved. Okay, I was like singing, dancing, writing plays, doing choreography. Like I was very involved. So like if I say I'm gonna call you tomorrow, don't take that shit serious. I ain't gonna call you tomorrow. I got shit to do, bitch. I'm trying to be the next Hannah Montana bitch, but in real life, okay? So like I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Why you really waiting for me to call you tomorrow? Oh no, he was really waiting for me to call you tomorrow. So I would have called him tomorrow. And bro, say Monday, I say I'm gonna call him Tuesday. I miss Tuesday, I'll call him Wednesday. Fuck you calling me now for? You said you was gonna call me yesterday. Now you calling me today. What the fuck was you doing? I think your card's declining. I think you need to use another payment method because right now, card has no more funds, sir, because who the fuck is you talking to? Who you talking to? So at this point, I'm on go. And back then I had a temper, bruh. I had a temper. I'd probably let shit slide for 30 seconds, but child, I'd be on go. I'd be like, who the fuck are you talking to? So now we screaming at each other. But then, as soon as I would start screaming back, oh no, it's not even like that. It's just you say you was gonna call me and you ain't never call. But why are you maxing like that? It's not even that fucking serious. If it was that serious, why didn't you just call me then? That's the thing I'm trying to understand. Like, why didn't you just call me? So it's just, it's very strange, you know? So I'm like, okay. Then it got to a point where like, it would be like he would just black out and see these like rants. Not only would he just go off on me for little shit, but now it would be like, say if I would be telling him a story like, oh yeah, my friend Ricky was telling me this funny ass joke. Why are you talking to other men? You gonna walk out on me like my mother? Malcolm, I don't want to be in the middle. Okay? I don't have time for this. I don't have time. Listen, okay, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. Eventually, over time, you know what's funny? I kept messing with him for a long time on and off, like for a good minute. Over time, he improved his behavior, but like he still had the themes of nonsense, and I cut his ass off. Okay, I had to cut his ass off. It was insane. I think I finally cut him off when I was like 15, 16, around my homeless days. But like, he was just a mess. Like, he was really a mess. It was just too damn much. Luckily, he ain't put hands on me or nothing. But this next one almost borderline did. And I was like, listen, after this next nigga, I was like, the next time a man even thinks about putting his hands on me, I will literally put him in a coffin. I don't give a fuck. And I know there's a lot of people that be like, oh, until you're in that situation, you'll never know what you'll do, whatever. Listen, my parents have never even hit me. So I'll be damned if I let a nigga hit me. That's why I'm just like, no. Women, me, you're not hitting me. So this next man, okay, we're gonna call him Joseph. I don't know, we're just gonna call him Joseph, right? So I also met him on social media. This is why I realized I need to just stop meeting men on social media. Okay, also met him on social media. So many of you guys know I went to Catholic school. Sage, you trying to be part of the combo? No? I went to Catholic school, right? Literally for my entire life, from pre-K to 8. High school is when I started going to public school. So when I went to high school, this boy had hit me up on Facebook or whatever, right? And he was just so cute to me. He's still pretty cute, I guess. He was like a little rapper dude or whatever. You know, he had his little clout in the area. And he went to high school in the same district that my Catholic school was in, but he went to the public high school. Like literally very close to where my Catholic middle school was. So I was like, oh damn, I wish I would have known you when I was going to school over there. That would have been cute if we was dating or whatever, but whatever. So when I was going to public high school, I would literally bust my little ass all the way back to the town I used to go to middle school at to see this boy. It wasn't that far, y'all. It was maybe like a 15-minute bus ride, if that, and that's like with traffic. And he was a sweet dude. Like he was a very sweet dude. He was also Jamaican. This is the dude that I was talking about, that I also talked about in that Jamaican story time. I will link that one down below because that's a good story time. That's actually one of my most popular story times on that channel. Oh my god. So Joseph was really cute. Okay, he was really cute. He was real sweet. Again, he was a little rapper dude. But Joseph was a controlling ass motherfucker. He didn't understand. I was just a horse in a stable. Okay, like if y'all know what that means, y'all listen to Ty Dolla $ign. Ty Dolla $ign is actually one of my favorite artists. Like I'm in love with Ty Dolla $ign. Please don't tell my man that, but I'm in love. Like I love Ty Dolla $ign so much. He has this song called Horses in the Stable that I can ride. Okay, listen. At the time, I was wild in terms of like, you can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me how to do it. You can't tell me where to do it. Like, you ain't gonna tell me what the fuck to do. Now, I'm a lot more calmer. I'm a lot more compromising, and I'm a lot more understanding. But at the time, it was like, who are you talking to? Why are you talking to me like that? And why do you think I'm going to listen to you? But at the same time, that man was ridiculously unreasonable, okay? Although he was a sweet guy, he would be the type of dude to be like, oh, you need to come here at 4 p.m. sharp, and if you late, we gonna have a problem. What did I say? I was a busy bitch. I was trying to be the next Brianna. Okay, like I was trying to like actually do something on my life, you know, college acts, like sophomore year type shit. Like I was literally like, I had a life. I had dance practice. Like, so if I'm late, you're gonna have to deal with it. If the bus is late, you're gonna have to deal with it. If I don't come, you have to deal with it. What the fuck are you talking about? So he just had an attitude, and I didn't like the attitude because who are you talking to? So we would always have that issue, and it's like, do you not understand I'm taking public transportation? I don't have a car, you don't have a car, so it's like you can't necessarily tell me what to do, how to do it, and when to get places. So like that would always be a point of contention, right? And then he would always have this thing where like he was always trying to like pipe, okay, use context clues, okay? He was always trying to pipe. He was always trying to do things that I did not want to do, okay? And it's like, listen, I don't want to. I'm not letting you put your thing inside me because I don't like the way you treat me. You're demanding, and on top of that, like, you're not that nice when you're demanding. Like, when he was good, but when he wasn't, it was ridiculous. Like, it was really, really bad. Like, you ever been with somebody where like they were really, really nice, but then like when they weren't, it was like, oh my God, you know? And that's what I need all of you guys to pay attention to. Don't pay attention to how someone is good to you when they're good. Pay attention to how someone makes you feel when they're not good, okay? When they're not feeling well, when they're not 100% their best, pay attention to how they make you feel, because that's going to be the theme of your relationship, okay? So like, yeah, when he was great, yeah, everything was great, but like when he wasn't in his best mood or when he was being really controlling, I couldn't take that shit. So I noticed every single time he was trying to get us to do things, he always had a free crib. And I'm like, what the fuck? This ain't TV. This ain't Disney. This ain't La La Land. Why the fuck you always have a free house? Where's your parents? Oh, my dad always out the country and my mom always at work. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Oh, no, what is going on? I said, what? What? Never heard a foreign man ever say, fuck that bitch about his mother. So I said, oh, this man has mommy issues and I don't want no parts of it. What is going on? In the words, Haitians, nous get to chanter ça. I've always been that person where people just always felt very comfortable opening up to me, I guess. Cause he just, oh God, he let it rip. Fuck her, fuck bitch, fuck da da da, poop, poop, brr. I was like, oh, I think it's the bus about to come. So that day I was so overwhelmed. He spent like literally 2 hours just ranting and raving about his mom. Not even his dad, that's always out the country, but his mom. The thing is, it was deeper than just her not coming home. He said that she would always punish him for being bad as hell. Cause mind you, this nigga was bad as hell. He was always getting suspended and all this extra shit, getting in fights and all of that. But it's like, sir, if you're always getting in fights, you're always getting suspended and all you care about is your music and not your grades, like what do you expect? But his logic is, she ain't never here anyway, so how the fuck do you have the nerve, gall, audacity to even be disciplining me? So I get it from a kid's perspective, because like I work with kids, I'm very close with children, but it's just like too much. Too much. I'm hopping on the bus and I'm going home. Okay, so I went home. Okay, I went home and I was just like, whoa, wait, I have to break up with this boy. Okay, yes, he was my boyfriend. I do remember that. He was definitely my boyfriend. I went home. I was like, oh my God, I think I'm about to break up with this nigga, because ain't no man that's talking about some fuck my mother about to be with me. Because another note, any man that could say fuck my mom is gonna treat you like shit. Note, okay? Note. I gotta find a way. So at this point, I started to just calculate. I was like, how am I going to get out of this? Because he's doing too much. Like, he was just kind of annoying. We would just like argue all the time about nonsense. And the thing is, I'm a very easygoing person. Like, I do have a strong personality and like all of that, but like I don't bump heads with people often. So I know that if I'm bumping heads with you, that like me and you just don't mix. Like we just don't mix. I've literally probably only had like 5 dudes that I've either talked to or had some sort of romantic situation with where like it just didn't work. But like we've made like the best of friends. Like we're cool as shit, but it's like romantically it couldn't, because like he's one of them. So it came to a point where I went back and he pissed me off. I don't remember what it was, bro. Like it was something. Like he had pissed me off. I think like I found a girl talking to him or something. Like I got off the bus and it was a girl talking to him, and it wasn't a nice conversation. Like it wasn't like no cordial shit. Now this is the thing. This is something y'all need to know about me. I ain't checking phones. I'm not jealous about nothing. I don't care if you have female friends. I don't care about that type of stuff. I've never been that type of female. I'm very confident in myself. I'm Yvana. I'm shorty. I'm the Mademoiselle. My parents never raised me to be no jealous bitch. My parents didn't raise me to ever look at a bitch and be like, oh wow, she's better than me. I've never ever looked at a bitch and be like, wow, she's better than me. Absolutely never. Hand to God. Never. Okay, so I did not look at the girl and was like, oh my gosh, she's prettier than me. Why are you talking to her? No. That nigga was flirting with the bitch. And I was like, I just stood there. Like, okay, so when you gonna be done flirting with the bitch? He didn't see me. That's what it was. Like he didn't see me. So I was just looking at him like, and he flirting. He's like, Now, I don't even think I disclosed that in the last story time. I just think like, I think I said like I had, we had some sort of conversation. I don't even remember what I said in that story time, but I actually just remembered recently what it was. Like literally I got off the bus and he did not see me. Okay, he was talking to some bitch. Okay, and he did not see me get off the bus, and he's, yeah, I don't care. I might look stupid, I might look like a dog, but that's what he looked like. He like a dog talking to this bitch like, he's like, oh, I'll talk to you later. Comes to me. He's like, oh, babe, yeah, was good. What's not good is the fact that you got me standing here while you're talking to another bitch. Oh, no, that was nothing. Oh, no, that was nothing. No, you good. Bruh, it becomes a whole thing. We arguing in the street. He's following me. I'm about to literally head back to the bus stop to hop on the next bus because the next bus is coming in like 5-10 minutes. Like, listen, I used to take that bus like clockwork when I was in middle school, so I know when the fuck the next bus coming. Oh, no, come back. I said, no, I'm going home. Oh, no, come back. Bro, he's getting aggressive. I said, you sound aggressive. You sound really aggressive. You sound like you're about to do something. You want to jump, then jump. You want to jump. We start, yo, when I'm telling you, beasting in the street. Beasting. Yo, come here. I think your check bounced. Do you want to try another payment method? Who the fuck you telling to come here? Fuck I look like? A dog? Bruh, he starts screaming at me. Come here. Then he grabs me. He grabbed me. This man done grabbed me. You think you gonna leave me? Yo, it's crazy because literally the other day I had a whole flashback about the whole thing and I was like, oh my God, I wish I had this flashback when I did the first story time. This man physically took me and grabbed me. You think you gonna leave me? Who the fuck you think you touching? Cause you ain't touching me. Woo! I ain't never yanked so hard in my life. I think I got a goddamn migraine. Okay, I said don't you ever touch me. Don't you ever touch me. Yo, went off. I saw red. Fuck red. I saw every color in the rainbow. Don't you ever fucking touch me. Don't you ever, like, ever. Yo, I've never ever in my life had a man ever put hands on me in a non-romantic way. Ever. Until that day. I said, Yo, I had a whole, like, who are you touching? I literally was like, who the fuck you think you touching? I know people was looking at us like we was crazy because that town was gentrified, okay? And there's not many black people there. There's not many ghetto shit that go on over there like that. So I know everybody was just like, what are these niggers? What are these niggers doing? What are these niggers? I know that's what they were saying. Child, I don't give a fuck. You ain't about to touch me. Oh, it was a hot ass mess. Long story short, eventually, I think I did leave that day. I think I did hop on the bus anyway. He was blowing up my phone trying to apologize, whatever. You know, my dumb ass took that nigga back because I was fucking, what, 16? Where, I don't even remember the age I was during all of these events. I don't even think I was that old. I think I was like 14, 15. I was something. Young, dumb, and dumber, okay? And funny enough, I think my last straw with that man had to be when, like, we literally went to go record a song together. Y'all, I don't know why the fuck I went to go record a song with him. Okay, so like I said, he was a rapper and I went to go record a song with him. And funny enough, I'm so happy I never got in trouble for this. To this day, my mother does not know the truth. One day, no, I'm never telling her the truth about that. So sadly, somebody actually did pass away around the time and I was able to use this as an excuse, but we ended up going to the studio, right? It was someone's home studio. It wasn't even a real studio. It was someone's home studio, which home studios are real studios, but just telling you guys. And it wasn't Irvington. Okay, it wasn't Irvington. And this nigga took me on the bus to go to the studio. Didn't have everything prepared. This person in their home studio didn't have everything prepared. We was in the studio for mad fucking long. And literally, I ended up getting home at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And shockingly, thank God, my dad was in Haiti and my mother didn't even notice. And I used the excuse that I was literally preparing for this person that just passed away's wake. Yeah, I know I'm gonna have to answer to God about that when I die. I feel so bad about it to this day. Like, damn, yo, thank God. And the only reason my mom didn't notice is because she was on the phone. My mother has this horrible habit of consistently being on the phone for hours and hours that she just loses track of time or just doesn't care about what's going on around her. She'll be on the phone like literally for like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. And like you could ask her something, you could do whatever. And she's like, yeah, wow, what, yeah, Dad, I just like, yeah, I'm helping with the wake. Going to hell for that. I might really be going to hell for that. Cause I felt so bad. Like, and crazy enough, I had to catch the last bus back home. And that bus ride from Irvington to Elizabeth is actually a pretty damn long one. And oh man, y'all, I I never fucked with that nigga after that, because I remember it was such a ghetto situation, and the only reason I agreed to go is because he was supposed to get me a ride back home, and he didn't, and he had me on the bus at like 11 o'clock at night. Make it make sense. And I used to wear heels to school every day, so I had heels on the bus at 11 o'clock at night in Irvington. Irvington is not a safe town. It wasn't safe then, it was worse then, but it's still not safe now. That's when I finally was like, yeah nigga, I can't fuck with you no more. Funny enough, he actually hit me up like around college time. Like when I was in Bloomfield College, he had hit me up trying to rekindle, and I was like, nigga, if you don't suck my dick and go brush your teeth, like boy bye. Anyways, third story. Oh my God. We're gonna call this boy Curtis. Okay, now Curtis. High school again, but this story leads up into literally probably a little bit before my current relationship, right? So Curtis and I met in high school. I think it's with Malcolm and Joseph. Yeah, the thing is with Malcolm and Joseph is that they seem to black out every single time they got mad at me and just reference their mothers. Okay, like the whole you not gonna leave me, you just gonna leave me like my mother. Like it was just very weird and very bizarre, and I had time for that. It was like every single time they got mad at me, it's like they would see their mother, you know. And it really goes back to that whole thing. If you never heard, they always say that women always go for men that remind them of their fathers, and men always go for women that remind them of their mothers. You know, so that could always be a good or a bad thing. So that's why, you know, all of you guys, I urge you, especially if you have children, be good to your kids, you know, because if you're bad to your kids, they're going to see people like you. And that's not always a good thing, for real, for real. So this next story, we have what we're gonna call Curtis, okay? Curtis. Now this story literally goes from high school up into adulthood, like literally post high school. So Curtis, I had a huge crush on Curtis literally my entire high school career. Like I literally loved me some Curtis. Like, So Curtis was Le Gorge. Okay, light-skinned, beautiful eyes, like honestly not really my type aesthetically, but to be honest with you, when I look at all the men I've ever dated or talked to, they don't all look one type of way. I do have a specific type, like dark-skinned, dread-headed men, but at the same time, like if I like you, I like you. If I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you. I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're Asian, I don't care if you're Middle Eastern, I really don't give a fuck. Like if I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you, right? My current man is dark skinned with dreads though, but for the most part, like I can be and have been attracted to so many different types of men. I do not discriminate. I believe that the issue is when people discriminate, when people are like, oh well, he's white, I can't date him. Oh well, she's black, I can't date her. Like I think that's an issue, right? So him, I literally saw him, like my eyes laid on him in high school, and I was like, I have to have it. I have to have it. Like I had to have, like, oh my God. And then I found out he had a girlfriend, and I was like, whatever, they always have fucking girlfriends or whatever, right? So I mean, I had my fair share of flings in high school, right? I had boyfriends, flings, problems, fuck nigga issues, fighting left and right. So I didn't have time to be entertained by Curtis, to be quite honest with you. I really didn't. Every now and then I had classes with Curtis, you know, he would entertain me, flirt with me or whatever, I would flirt back. But also something you guys need to keep in mind, I did live in Elizabeth. I went to Elizabeth High School, Dwyer House. Woo woo, okay. And I had this whole situation going on in my town where Haitian and Americans did not get along. Sounds ridiculous, but it's very, very true. It's 1000% factual, okay? African Americans or Black Americans and Haitians did not get along at all. Lots of people died because of this beef. It does sound ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous, but it was ridiculously dangerous to be dating a African American man, or for, you know, vice versa, right? So he was African American, and he also lived in one of the projects, which was predominantly African American. So I was like, damn, even if I did want to date this boy, yeah, how am I gonna do anything with him when he lived over there? I ain't trying to get shot. And I was actually one of like those prominent Haitian girls. Like if they ever started to kill girls, I was gonna be one of the first. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like I always used to say that, like me and a couple of my friends, like we always used to joke around like, yo, if they ever start killing girls, like, you know, we gonna be the first to go. Like, and we used to laugh about it, but now that I think about it, that's not funny. Like it's really, and I'm laughing now. Yeah, we would have been the first to go. Like if they ever started killing girls, we would have been the first to go, because like one, we were easy targets. Two, my dumbass had heels on every day, all the time, and I was never fucking scared. I was never scared. I was still fighting in my heels. I don't give a fuck. And I had a slick ass mouth. Like literally my ass got jumped, and the next day I came to school like, and what about it though? My face looks good. Y'all ain't do shit. I had a mouth. You know, so it's like me trying to date Curtis. It was like, ooh, bitch, where? I put that dream in a hole. I kind of did. I kind of like put it on a back burner. But eventually, you know, Curtis and his little girlfriend, you know, broke up and I had my little chance, you feel me? So one day, Curtis was for his gang. He invited me to his house or whatever. And I was so happy, y'all. Like, it was the happiest day of my little high school life. Like, you know, like, he invited me to his crib. But then I remembered, oh shit, you in the projects in a place where I shouldn't be as a Haitian woman. And where I'm gonna get in trouble if the Haitians find out that I'm there. And you guys are probably literally listening to this like, what the fuck, you guys are all black. Yeah, I know. And it's crazy because now it's not like that. I heard it might be staring back up in Elizabeth, but it was like that. It was like that in Irvington. It was like that in Elizabeth. It was like that in certain parts of Newark. It was like that in certain parts of Hillside apparently. But that was our reality. It was to the point where we used to get out at 3:56. Imagine, we went to school from 7:30 a.m. to 3:56, and the cops would literally like be there heavy because niggas would literally be fighting in the morning. Like, imagine getting jumped at 7 o'clock in the morning. I would not be making this shit up. You know, if anyone's Haitian or anybody's American from Elizabeth and you're between the ages of like, you know, let me see, maybe 22 to 28, not even, maybe 30, 35, you would know because this was like a long stretch of time. It kind of like just recently stopped, you know, so it's just the reality. And it's not even just a Haitian American thing. I've heard that there's like a Haitian Jamaican thing in certain places. It's been Hispanic and Haitian in certain places as well. So it's wild. Like I said, I had my chance with Curtis, right? And you know, he invited me to his house, but of course he had to escort me because niggas was already eyeing me from down the block. Like, niggas was like, what the fuck shorty doing in our hood? Like, yeah, it was that type of time, bitch. So he had to escort me like, oh, she with me. I was like, yeah. Fuck out of here. Back up before I get the Haitians in this bitch. Nah, but seriously, I'm the type, I really would fuck around and call the Haitians and be like, I'm in such and such, come get them now. I really would have done that, I ain't gonna lie. I honestly, because of him, I made a lot of American friends because of that. But I had a lot of Americans previous to that, but just not in his particular project. I made a lot of American friends in the other projects. But anyways, so crazy enough, he started messing around, everything's all cute, but I did not fuck him. Okay, I didn't let him, you know, do the thing, you know, I ain't fuck him. Because I didn't have whatever with him, he ends up going back to his ex-girlfriend. Funny enough, I find this out when I come to hang out with him the second time. So I go to hang out with him the second time and I figure out this is a crack house, y'all. Yes, this is a crack house. Why didn't I figure it out the first time? Because the first time I came early. Like, it was probably like 12, 1 o'clock. It was early. So the project activity did not start taking place until later on in the day. So the second time I came was probably like 4 p.m. and I think it was the weekend or something like that. I think the first time I came was probably like a Monday where we didn't have school. The second time I came was like Saturday, 4 o'clock. Bruh, it was a trap house. Trap house. And who was the one that y'all think was leading the trap house? Comment down below. Y'all never guess. His mother. She the trap queen and the bando. She the trap queen, y'all. His mother was a trap queen. I was like, what? There's drugs everywhere. There's money everywhere. There's crackers everywhere. I gotta get out of here. And then his sisters is talking shit to me, talking about some, it's my fault that he would go fuck his ex-girlfriend because I ain't giving no pussy. Swear to God, that's what the fuck they said to me. I kid you not, if I wasn't in a hood that wasn't my hood and there wasn't so much beef between Haitian Americans and African Americans, I would have legitimately popped that bitch in her mouth. Like, what? Oh, well, you know, he only went back to his ex-girlfriend because you wouldn't give him no pussy. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Where's your man at? Oh, all right, shut up. I was like, yo, this family's crazy. This family's crazy. And the thing is, he had nothing to say for himself. Like, he literally, first of all, I will say, I give him the utmost respect for being honest. Like, he literally, like, I came there, I saw all of that shit, and he kind of was like, yeah, let's go. You know, you don't gotta see all of that. And then, like, he tells me, like, yeah, you know, so I fucked, her name, we're gonna give her name. Ooh, I think that's her real name. We're gonna call her Stephanie. Oh, I fucked Stephanie again. First of all, I didn't like the way he said it, but at least he said it. I'll give him props for telling the truth, whatever. Oh, I fucked Stephanie again. Okay. I was hurt. I ain't gonna stunt. I was hurt. Like, damn, how you know I was gonna give you the pussy today? You couldn't wait? Y'all, it was like not even that long. It was less than a week. Like, but like, wow, like, okay. And the sister just, she was in the room rude. And she's just like, yeah, you know, whatever slick shit she said. And I'm like, all right, where's your nigga? All right, shut up, get the fuck out. But like, I mean, we still hung out that day. Everything was all cool. We were still friends. I think he ended up getting back. Yeah, he did. He ended up getting back with her. It was whatever. Again, we still maintained our relationship, like in terms of friendship. Fast forward to like literally after I was with this military nigga that cheated on me and left me for his best friend's bitch, all of that. Y'all can check out that story time. I'll link it down below. After that situation happened, we rekindled, okay? We linked back up, and I realized that the whole trap queen mother thing was still a thing, y'all. I thought she had died or something, because I don't think y'all understand. The trap queen thing, it wasn't like no little dime bags. And he starts telling me how that whole situation truly did affect him, and how essentially he feels like he grew up without a mother. And his dad was in his life, but he was really sick. His father was a very amazing person. He was just really, really sickly all the time, and he was just like not capable of taking care of him to the fullest. So Curtis did live alone for the duration that I was talking to him. And the rest of his family, they all lived their own separate lives. And for the most part, Curtis always had to raise himself. And that's something that I always felt very sad for him about. And that's probably the main reason we did not work out, because his family was a hot ass fucking mess. And I was like, I do not have time to be picking up after your shit. And it's funny because he asked me to be his girlfriend so many times, and I just could not. And it's crazy because that probably would have been my boyfriend. You know, he used to watch my videos so many times. Like, I would literally come to see him, and he would have my videos on the screen. He would have my channel on the screen. He'd be like, yo, I just watched your video on this, and I really loved that video. You did so good on that video, and I really loved your hair in that video. Like, yo, he was so sweet. He was so fucking sweet. I ain't gonna lie, like, he was such a sweet guy, and he was such a good person. But my issue with him is he always needed a woman to keep him on track. And this is with a lot of different men that I've dealt with that had mommy issues. And crazy enough, these 3 men are not the only men that I dealt with mommy issues that I actually think about it. These are just the main 3, okay? And this is why I say that, right? So me and Curtis had these like lapse of time, right? So I have this whole philosophy, like when I'm single, I'm not gonna have sexual relations with more than one person at the same time. 1, because pH balance, 2, because STDs, and 3, because of pregnancy, and 4, of course, because of respect, right? I'm not gonna be effing you and then effing Larry and then effing Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like, I'm not about to do that. So if I wanted to mess with somebody else, I just wouldn't mess with Curtis. So I just wouldn't talk to him no more. I don't know, you sure you ain't my nigga? And I sometimes I feel bad because he would be like, yo, you know, you need to be my girlfriend. I really love Haitian culture. Like, you know, he was one of those like really woke, conscious men, but he was like extremely like natural as well. Like he was like literally one of those like, I'm gonna brush my teeth with baking soda type of men. But trust me, he never smelled. He never had a smell. But it was crazy. Like, he was vegan, so like we would go to the corner store and get sandwiches, and he would never have meat in his. Yo, Curtis was insane. Oh my god, he's probably watching this video. Oh my god, hi Curtis. Hi. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Hey. Eventually, it came to a point where every single time I would see Curtis again after my little hiatus of like messing with who I wanted to mess with or taking other people seriously, it would be like his life would go to shit. Like, I would come back to him and he'd be like, yo, shorty, like, while we wasn't talking, I was messing with this one girl, and like I lost my job, and this girl played me, and I lost my this, and I lost my job, and I went to that. And I just be looking at him like, how the fuck did you go through this in a matter of like 2 months? Like, it'd be like such a short amount of time, guys. It wouldn't be like a 6-month period. It'd be like 2, 3, max 4 months. And I'm like, how the hell did you go through all of this, Curtis? Curtis. Like, I can't leave you alone for like literally 2 months, and this is what you're doing to your life. Like, this is absolutely absurd. Why? You know, why? You know, and he's like, you know, see, this is why I need you. Like, I need you to, you know, and I'm like, no, I need you to keep yourself on track without me. I need you to be good and actually be able to keep yourself together without me, because shit, I could die. Anything could happen. Haitians never die, you feel me? But you know, like, anything can happen to me. Like, seriously, like, you can't be relying on me to keep you on track. Like, that's not healthy. That's not okay. And he'd be like, yeah, I know. And I kid y'all not, this was a consistent cycle. It happened at least 4 times, where every single time we would go on a hiatus, I come back, it's some crazy ass elaborate story. And I'm like, yeah, this is not okay. And then on top of that, Stephanie. Yes, y'all, Stephanie, the bitch that he was fucking with in high school, she kept coming back. Now, by this time, they were broken up for at least 4 to 5 years, but Stephanie could not let it go. Now, I talked about, oh wow, I don't even remember what I named him, but there was a boy that I dealt with in high school, right? For a very, very, very long time. Like, he was a very long situationship. I ended up fighting his girlfriend. Wait, no, I didn't fight his girlfriend. Oh wait, I did. Okay, I ended up fighting his girlfriend because she was a fake ass bitch. It's a long story. If I could find that story time on my main channel, I'll link it down below. But it's a long story. His girlfriend Stephanie went to go mess with my long ass situationship, thinking it was gonna piss me off because she found out that I was messing with Curtis, and she would DM me all the time like, oh, I'm with Curtis right now. Oh, why the fuck you keep messing with Curtis? Da, da, da. And it's like, yo, suck my dick. Like, yo, I don't care. I'm gonna keep messing with Curtis. Like, that's my man now. Like, why are you mad? Like, it was just ridiculous. Like, she was so damn upset that I was like messing with Curtis. And what made it worse is that like literally Stephanie's brother lived upstairs, and like they still maintained a really close relationship. Like, Curtis and Stephanie's brother were still pretty close. So I was just like, ooh, I don't really feel comfortable with that. But it's like, yo, this girl keep DMing me and I genuinely don't feel comfortable with that. So I would tell Curtis like, yo, handle that. He's like, I don't talk to that bitch. And I'm like, well, I don't know. But like she keep hitting me up, and that's just really fucking annoying. But like nonetheless, I was like, ah, you're not my boyfriend. So whatever. But that's not a nigga right now. That's my man right now. And his family was way too much. Like, I'm telling you, the family drama could have been a Tyler Perry movie. Insane. Like, I'm not gonna put all of it out there. The most I can tell you is that the mother was like a queen pen. Okay, and she was locked up. That's the best I could say. That is the best I could say. That's the most I'm gonna say. And it really did truly affect him. And it was really, really hard to deal with. And it was sad seeing him go through all of that. And I just was like, I don't want to be this man's anchor. I just don't. He not the one. He not the one. He's just not. And that just proves looks are not everything. Because I thought that I was a really shallow bitch until he came along. He ended up growing out his dreads by then. And you know, I'm a sucker for dreads. I love me some dreads. Oh my God. But I still was like, yeah, you're just not the one. Like, I just didn't feel it. I was like, yeah, you're not the one, you know? And like, I still love him to death as a person and all of that. Now he has babies and all of that. And I was like, okay, whatever, that's cute. I mean, I got an old man. I really like could care less about what he's doing, to be quite honest with you. And what really, really turned me off from him was when I finally saw him mad. Okay, I finally saw him mad. I advise you guys, never fall in love with someone until you finally see them upset. Okay, this man was a calm ass individual, cool, calm, collected. I never seen him raise his voice. He was always smiling, voice always like this, always on level 2. And then one day he got upset. And I don't remember what he was upset at. He wasn't upset at me, but like he was upset at something else or someone else. And I saw something in him that scared the fuck out of me. And I know it had something to do with his mother. I do remember that. It had something to do with his mother. And he was going off about his mother. He was going off about his family. And I was like, yup, dad done did it for me. And I remember I told him, I was like, you scare me. Like, I was like, yo, you give me that Terrence Howard scared. Oh my God, that's what he reminded me of. Terrence Howard with dreads. That's definitely what he reminds me of. And he was like, what? I was like, yes. Yeah, like when Terrence Howard would get mad in them roles that he's had in movies, that's what you remind me of. And he was like, what? I scare you? I said, you really do scare me. Like, I've never seen you get mad, but like you getting mad right now really genuinely put fear in my heart. Like, I don't get scared. Like, I'm a very fearless person. Like, nothing scares me, but you scare me. And I think that was like kind of like the end of the attraction for me. And I kind of let him go after that. Kind of stopped fucking with him. And then shortly after, I started taking my man serious. Maybe like a couple months after that. I gave myself a good break. I think I was celibate after that, actually. Celibate for a solid minute after that. And then I started messing with my man. Cause child, that was too much. It was too much dealing with him, his family drama, his trauma. Ooh, child. Okay. So, moral of the story. Be very, very careful who you deal with and the baggage that they bring, especially their family drama that they bring. And if they have an absent parent. I know a lot of you guys be on this whole, oh, I don't want to judge people, but you have to really take into consideration how these people were raised. And most importantly, be very, very careful. Okay? Be careful with yourself, be careful with your loved ones, be careful with your feelings, and be careful with your life. With that being said, comment down below. Which story do you think was the most wild? Which story resonated with you the most? And I'd love to hear your stories down below. With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, do all that, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. Bye!